What's the best shotgun microphone for YouTube videos? Well, there's a lot of options out there, so we're going to run through my top 3 recommended boom mics or shotgun mics across every budget. So it doesn't matter if you're shooting with a phone, a DSLR, or a professional camera setup, we got you covered. Hey, it's Justin Brown here from Primal Video. We release a ton of content to help you get better results with your videos faster. If you're new here, then make sure you click that subscribe button, and all the links to everything we mentioned in this video you can find linked in the description box below. So let's jump into it. Shotgun mics or boom mics are a worthy addition to any video kit. As directional microphones, they allow you to capture great audio within a targeted area, reducing ambient noise that non-directional microphones would otherwise capture. There are several advantages of shotgun microphones, and they can provide a great deal of flexibility when shooting outdoors or in changing environments. But there's also a ton of options to choose from, ranging from very cheap to very expensive. So in this video, we're going to take a look at my top 3 picks across a range of budgets to help you decide which one is the best one for you. Plus, because shotgun microphones are a great choice, but they're not perfect for every scenario, once we're done, I'm also going to share with you my go-to lavalier microphone that you can pick up for under $30 to complete your video microphone kit for all shoots. And while we're covering off my top 3 picks, make sure to jump into the comments and let us know what's your go-to microphone for videos. I'm keen to see what you're using, and I'll be jumping in to share my thoughts as well. Now, I've used a lot of different microphones from all the major brands over the years, but there's one in particular that seems to consistently nail the quality to price ratio. It actually takes out my top 3 recommendations across multiple budgets. I'm talking about Rode, and they have an absolutely amazing lineup. It's hard to find something else that beats them out performance-wise in each of the price brackets. So which 3 microphones then are the ones that I recommend? Well, they're the Rode VideoMicro, the Rode VideoMic Pro Plus, and the Rode NT-G4 Plus. Each of these has a different price point, and there's some specific features that you need to be aware of before making your choice based on price alone. So I just want to clarify at this point that this is definitely not a paid or a sponsored video. Rode have nothing to do with this video. They just happen to make all 3 of our top currently recommended best shotgun microphones. So let's start off at the lower end with our first recommended shotgun microphone, and that's the Rode VideoMicro. So the Rode VideoMicro you can pick up for around the $59 US price point. It is a solid package, and it comes complete with a little windsock or a windshield as well. The microphone itself is tiny. It's only about 8 centimeters or 3 inches long, but it definitely packs a punch. On the back of your microphone is the 3.5 millimeter plug, and the cable that they include with it is a TRS to TRS cable, meaning that straight out of the box, you've got everything you need to plug this microphone into a DSLR or into a point and shoot camera. You can also pick up an adapter or a different cable, so you can use this microphone with your smartphone. So the cable you'd need then is a TRS to TRRS cable, and Rode also sell that as well. Again, all the links are going to be down in the description box below, but this is a solid microphone for use on your DSLRs, on your point and shoot cameras, or on your smartphones as well. Now, this isn't a powered microphone, meaning you don't need to plug it in and power it, or you don't need to put any batteries in it either, meaning that it just powers itself off the camera or phone that you're using. The other great thing about this microphone is the mounting capabilities. So the microphone itself has a full metal body, and the build quality is amazing. It also comes with a full shock mount as well. So it's ideal if you're going to be moving around and potentially shaking the camera or shaking the microphone. If there's any movement in there, you're not going to get that movement sound back through the microphone. So the shock mount works really, really well. Mounting wise, on the bottom of the microphone's shock mount is a standard hot shoe adapter, meaning that's easy to connect onto any camera's hot shoe or cold shoe plug. And there's also a 3/8 inch thread as well on the bottom. So not your standard tripod thread, the one that's just a little bit bigger, but is the standard thread for microphone and mounting microphones. So there's a heap of mounting options that are available for you there. So in my opinion, where this microphone is perfect is for smaller cameras, like a smaller point and shoot camera or a DSLR or mirrorless camera if you're not after something big and bulky, and obviously if you don't have the budget for some of the other ones that we're going to cover in a minute, but also for use with a smartphone. This is my #1 recommended microphone for use with any smartphone. Now, obviously if you're using this microphone with your smartphone, you will need to mount it next to your smartphone. What we would recommend for that is a hot shoe extension bar onto some sort of mini tripod. The one that we currently recommend is the Archon tripod. Again, all the links to everything we mentioned are in the description, but you can also check out the video linked on screen where we talk through our smartphone setup for filming. So this microphone is the perfect solution as a shotgun microphone for any small cameras, or if you're on a budget and want a really decent shotgun microphone that doesn't need to be powered. Now, because this microphone isn't a powered microphone, it does mean that you're going to be limited on the amount of audio or the volume of the audio that you're going to be able to capture. So it's going to be perfect in scenarios where there's not a heap of noise that you want to capture. Powered microphones or microphones with batteries in them will let you boost that signal, boost that volume that you're able to capture. So you're able to capture audio over a greater distance with a powered microphone. So not having that functionality in here definitely isn't a deal breaker. It's something to be aware of. So this microphone is going to be perfect for capturing in areas where there's not a heap of noise or where the audio source is going to be fairly close to the microphone. So if it's you presenting, that you're pretty close to the microphone. And that's actually a really important thing with any microphone. The closer you are or your audio source is to the microphone, the better the audio you're going to get. And it also means the least amount of background noise or echo or environmental noise in the scene or location you're filming in that's going to be picked up by your microphone. So wherever possible, try to get your audio source as close to the microphone as you can. So the microphone that we recommend then as the next level up is the Rode VideoMic Pro Plus. Now this is a relatively new addition to the Rode lineup, and it's the step up or the new version of the Rode VideoMic Pro, which is a really popular microphone. You can currently pick up the Rode VideoMic Pro Plus for $299 US. And in my opinion, it's a big step up from the Rode VideoMic Pro. It's a powered microphone and it does come with its own rechargeable battery. You can also run the microphone off 2 AA batteries, and you can also power it over USB as well. It comes with a windshield to help reduce any wind noise when you're filming, and it's also got a detachable 3.5mm cable. And just the same as the Rode VideoMicro, the cable is interchangeable. So if you want to use this microphone on your smartphone, then you can pick up a TRS to TRRS cable and then it will work fine. The Rode VideoMic Pro Plus also has a really awesome shock mount system, meaning that if there's any movement while you're filming, you're not going to get any of that movement or camera noise picked up by the microphone. On the back of the microphone, you also have a heap of control over how the audio is actually captured. There is a 2-stage high pass filter, meaning that you can control the amount of bass that you want to remove out of your audio that you're capturing. So this is perfect if you've got loud noises like an air conditioner, or if there's cars or any low level bass or any noise like that, you can take it out with this microphone at the time of recording. And you also get 3 levels of gain control. You can set your gain or your power boost to 0. You can set it to +20, which is a decent volume increase, or you can set it to -10 if the microphone is too loud for your camera. Now the Rode VideoMic Pro, the model before this one, was probably the most popular microphone that people used for YouTube videos. You've got people like Casey Neistat and John Olsen, top YouTube vloggers that are using these microphones every day. So they're an amazing microphone. But this new version, the Rode VideoMic Pro Plus, I think will overtake that in a really short amount of time. It's got an amazing feature as well, where it's automatically going to turn on and off based on your camera. So when your camera is on, the microphone will automatically switch on. When you turn the camera off, it's going to turn the microphone off. So that's one of the biggest downsides with the original, is that you would burn through your batteries because it was so easy to leave the microphone on. So that's a huge feature and it's definitely worthy of the upgrade. Audio quality wise and audio capture wise, this microphone is phenomenal. It is a super directional microphone, meaning that it's only going to pick up the audio right in front of where it's pointed, meaning it's not going to pick up any or much audio from the sides or from behind the microphone. So whatever audio you want to capture, just make sure your microphone is pointing in that direction. That's pretty much it. Mounting wise, again, this microphone has the standard shoe adapter on the bottom of the microphone, and it's also got a standard 3/8 inch thread as well. Probably the only downside with this microphone is that it is battery powered. It's also one of the biggest advantages as well, because you get to boost the volume up, but having it battery powered and having it not able to work without the batteries means that if you run out of batteries while you're shooting, then you're not going to have audio. But I think it's a really cool feature that they've got with this microphone, that you don't have to just use their batteries, that you can use standard AA batteries to power your microphone as well. So that should get you out of that situation if you're ever in it. So the Rode VideoMic Pro Plus is my go-to recommendation for anyone with a decent DSLR camera, a mirrorless camera, obviously a camera with that 3.5mm plug, or someone looking to get the best audio when they might be moving around a lot with their shoots. So something portable, something light, and something that's going to get great audio. It's the Rode VideoMic Pro Plus. Now there is still a couple of scenarios where you will want to jump up to my third and most expensive recommendation, the Rode NT-G4 Plus. So the Rode NT-G4 Plus is actually totally different to the other two microphones. This one doesn't have the 3.5mm plug. This one has an XLR plug. So it's a professional plug and it's typically used on professional cameras as well. You can currently pick up the Rode NT-G4 Plus for $399. So it's a little bit more expensive, but as I said, it's also totally different to the other two shotgun microphones. The other two are standalone microphones, meaning that they come with a mount and you can easily connect them to your cameras. This is a more professional solution, meaning that most cameras that you will be mounting this on would already have some sort of shock mount that you can just put this microphone in, or you can buy your shockproof mount afterwards and use that with any camera. So these are the types of microphones that you'll typically see on big budget productions. You'll see these on a boom pole, or you'll see someone holding this microphone, or you'll see it mounted on top of the cameras as well. So what you get in the box with the Rode NT-G4 Plus is a micro USB cable for charging it, because it does have its own built-in battery. You also get a foam windshield and a pouch as well. Now you're probably thinking, how does the audio quality differ with this microphone versus the previous two? Well, this one, the Rode NT-G4 Plus, is classed as broadcast audio. So it is a much higher fidelity sound. It's a much clearer, much crisper sound that is approved for broadcast. It also has a much lower noise floor. As you'll find with most professional broadcast microphones, it's going to have a lot less hiss or humming in the audio. So it's going to be just that much crisper. Now, usually with a microphone like this, they're usually powered from the device that you're plugging them into using a 48 volt connector. So whether that's the camera or whether that's an audio recorder, but this microphone, it obviously supports that as well, but it's also got a built-in battery so that you can use it with devices that don't have that 48 volt connector. So what that also means is you can actually get an adapter from XLR back to 3.5mm if you want to use this on your DSLR or on any other camera or audio recorder that takes a 3.5mm plug. So where would you use a shotgun microphone like this over a microphone like the Rode VideoMic Pro Plus? Well, the Rode VideoMic Pro Plus is more designed for run and gun style filming. So filming where you're going to be moving around a lot and you don't want to be cabled in, and you want that flexibility to be able to pick up and move anywhere at a moment's notice. The Rode NT-G4 Plus is more designed for higher production or broadcast shoots, or for setup in a studio setup. So you could definitely set this up and leave it set up in your studio if you're not going to be moving around a lot. You could also connect it through to an audio recorder, or you could connect it through to your broadcast camera or professional video camera. The easiest way to look at it is it's the next level up in terms of quality, but it's definitely not as portable, not designed to be as portable as the Rode VideoMic Pro Plus. Now, if you're looking for the next level up again, then there is also a Rode NT-G3. Now, this is where they've confused a lot of people with their numbering, but the Rode NT-G3 is the next level up from the Rode NT-G4 Plus. So if you're after something that's used on movies and really, really high-end productions, then you could also consider the Rode NT-G3. The biggest difference there is the step up in audio quality once again. Now, for most of us and for the videos that we're creating for online or for YouTube, you're not going to notice much of a difference between an NT-G4 Plus and an NT-G3. So unless you're working in really high-end broadcast or documentaries or feature films, or you're someone that really wants to have the best audio you can get, the Rode NT-G3 might be for you, but for the rest of us, the Rode NT-G4 Plus, it's going to be hard-pressed to hear the difference. You can currently pick up the Rode NT-G3 for $699, so it's definitely not cheap, but it is a step up. Now, shotgun microphones are awesome, but as I mentioned, they're not perfect for every scenario. In fact, most of my YouTube videos, I'll go with this cheap Boya BY-M1 lavalier microphone, which you can pick up for around the $20 US price point. It works with both DSLRs and phones, and the biggest advantage of using a lavalier microphone is that the microphone is positioned so close to your mouth, meaning it's not going to pick up a heap of background noise, and no matter where you look or where you move around, the microphone is so close to your mouth, meaning you're going to get decent audio. On that note, if you're wondering when you should be using a lavalier microphone over a shotgun microphone or vice versa, check out the video linked on screen now, which gives a full breakdown of the advantages and disadvantages of each type of microphone and when to use each for best results. I'll see you soon.